Good morning everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. I hope you have a good Friday and I hope you have a really good weekend, okay? Please, I just want to thank you. Please keep sharing the content. Please keep sharing the channel. Please liking the videos as well, because I really do appreciate it, and it's good for the algorithm. It bumps me up in the rankings and brings the channel to more people. And again, keep sharing the videos, guys, and keep spreading the love for CoinsKid. And obviously get your ass in that Telegram group, guys, okay? So it's a really good group, lots of great content, lots of a budding community with lots of great people in there, okay? So I'm posting trades in real time in there as well, so please do get in there. So we're just diving into Chainlink then against USDT on the 4-hourly chart here. You can see we are bouncing really nicely. We had a bit of a correction in the night, and you can see we bounced off the EMAs here, and this a symmetrical triangle that we have broken out of. We've back tested it as support, so that's really good for Chainlinks. Really confident. I did say to you, if we was to fall back into this symmetrical triangle, that is potentially a bad thing, because that would potentially see us under the EMAs, pushing us down further, and then fall out of the symmetrical triangle downwards, which would invalidate this symmetrical triangle as being a bullish bias, so we may start to turn bearish. But at the moment we are testing these levels of support, and it does look good for Chainlink. We look like we may be in for a big surge to the upside here, guys, okay? So we have turned bullish, we've broken out of the triangle, the RSI is pretty good. If you look at the MACD as well, that looks nice, okay? We've formed that bullish cross down there, we've gone bullish, we're pushing up, so it looks good. We are getting this test off the EMAs, okay? So what we're going to do is bring out the Fibonacci here. So this was an impulsive wave, as you know, guys, okay? So that was an impulsive wave to the top where we topped out and then we started to correct. So that's called a corrective wave off this impulsive wave. So you can see that what we did, and in the group yesterday, I did post a trade in real time saying buy link at the 0.5 Fibonacci. I didn't think we'd get quite down as that, because I did see that it was under the resistance line, the support line of this symmetrical triangle. But we did actually wick down there, okay? We wicked below the 55 EMA, we bounced off it, and now we moved up. So I had buy orders set at that, and now currently from that I am sat in a nice bit of profit there on Chainlink, 3%, okay? So you can see we're a bit ahead on the 0.236, we're coming up and retracing, and we're potentially coming back down, and we are bouncing off this level here, the 0.382. So I do see us potentially pushing on now. Failing that, you may see us come back and retest these EMAs, but this, we know that this impulsive wave here was a really big impulsive wave, okay? And it might not necessarily be as big as the next one, but if we was to look at another big impulsive wave now, as big as this one, we know we've had that corrective wave down there to the 0.618. So what we'll do, we'll move this up just to give us a rough idea of potentially where we could see Chainlink heading to in this impulsive wave. So we have the corrective wave there, and now we're forming this new impulsive wave. So we may see Chainlink hit 32.80 cents, okay, over the next coming days, providing Bitcoin behaves. It's all on Bitcoin, guys. If Bitcoin behaves, then we will see these alts flourish and keep moving forward. So obviously everything reacts with Bitcoin. If it goes down, everything goes down. If it goes up, everything goes up. You know that anyway. You're aware of that. So we could be looking at that target there for Chainlink up to that 32.80 cents there, and then we may be looking at that correction down to those fib levels, guys, okay? So if it does head up there, target a retrace down to these fib levels as a buyback zone. You may see us roll over at this point, actually. So this may not play out just yet, because we may roll over here and just have another retest of these EMAs just to confirm this uptrend, you know, to reboost the rocket boosters and push on there. So I'm just going to take a look at Chainlink versus Bitcoin, guys. So Chainlink versus Bitcoin, you can see we're hitting this level of resistance there. We had that massive pump, obviously, because of grayscale, you know, that impulsive move that we just looked at. And then we come back down, we corrected. We did fall below the 55 EMA there. You see that, the 55 EMA, the red line. We did fall below that, and now we're struggling to get back up above it, to be fair. So we are caught between a rock and a hard place. We do need to see Link break that 55 EMA, because if it doesn't, then you're potentially looking at a squeeze here, okay, of the EMAs, and Link may react to that by pushing downwards. You can see that a breakout is kind of imminent, because we've got that depleting volume. The EMAs are squishing up, so potentially, you know, we do need that bounce. We do need Link to break through this EMA back to sit as support before it moves on and starts to push on and upwards against Bitcoin. So that's just Chainlink versus Bitcoin. You can see that we're bullish down there. We are turning a little bit bearish there on the MACD. So potentially we're looking at a squeeze to pop down, okay? So I'm just going to jump into Reef right now for you all, okay? So every day, I've seen some comments, why do you cover Reef? Why do you cover Chainlink? Why do you cover 1Inch and all that? Because they are free solid projects that are started on the channel, and they also got a loyal subscriber base that come to those videos every day to keep an eye on them. You do see that I do cover other projects as well, but I will stay focused on the free dogs in one particular segment of a video, because I know a lot of you are holding Reef, and I know a lot of you are holding Chainlink, and I know a lot of you are holding 1Inch because you believe in the projects, as do I. So that's why I do cover these projects, because I'll be frank with you guys, I do believe that a lot of the tokens that you're seeing pumping are shit coins, okay? And I do believe that from this cycle, from this bull market, you're going to see a lot of capitulation. But there are certain projects that stand out to me that are going to rise from the flames, okay? Chainlink is one of those products, definitely one of those projects, because it proved itself in the previous bear market. It was the only thing that really flourished, okay? Whilst everything was going down, Chainlink was going up. And unfortunately, this bull market, it's not kind of going up with everyone. But I do believe it's got growth in it. But I do think Chainlink is a long-term project, a long-term hold, okay? So you have to sort of have your blinkers on and just look to the future for Chainlink. That's why I will continue to cover Chainlink, because it's a bear moth project. Chainlink is like getting into Bitcoin in 2012. That's the way it's going. That's the way it's heading, okay? It's like getting into Ethereum in 2016. It's going in that trajectory, Metcalfe's law and all that business. So again, Reef is one of them projects that I do believe in. I do believe in it's paving the way, it's moving forward, so and especially 1Inch as well. So that's why I'm a big believer in 1Inch. I do believe that 1Inch is undervalued as well, given its competitors. When you look at those, it is again a serious product, and with 1Inch especially, it does have a working product, and that's always key. Okay, Reef is a little bit more speculative than those, but Reef is a solid project as well, guys. So enough jabbering, I'll get into the technical analysis now. So on Reef, you can see at the minute, this looks really good. We have been making these higher lows as we've been moving up. Yesterday, I was anticipating a short on Reef, to be honest with you, because it was looking like we were going to break down out of a symmetrical triangle, but we've actually broken up, which is really, really good. I did say that if we break out, go short, but we did break up. And you can see now, we're hugging this line here, this support channel line. We are hugging it, and we're starting to break above it. If you look closely there, you can see the EMA is starting to curl, which is really, really positive. Starting to curl. We have broken above the EMA, the 20 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame here. So potentially we are looking at a bottom there. That's a rock solid bottom. Like I said, we have multiple touches down there on the bottom, and if we bring up the 200 EMA, guys, here you can see we had that touch there. Okay, we bounced off it beautifully. So that's really good, okay? And we've got that push on now. We are pushing above the 20 EMA. What we do need to see is this candle close above this 20, okay? And that will clarify that we are moving up, and we're moving up in the trend, and we're going to break through the EMAs, because we need to see that close. Then we'll have the back test, the retest of the EMA, and then we'll break the next EMA, which is this 55, and then eventually this will start to form the bullish cross that we're looking for. Okay, go bullish again, back test of 55, and then move on and potentially get up to that previous high there for Reef. So at the moment, it's really good for Reef. It is good. It looks like it's turning a corner, but you should never take anything for face value, especially in crypto, because anything can happen. Okay, so always be aware that we may get rejected here and get pushed back down. But the positive thing to take note is here, we do look to be creeping up. Okay, we do look to be hugging this support line here of this trading channel. So potentially on the cards, we are looking at an outbreak for Reef. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. Strong hands. I'm going to jump onto 1Inch right now, and also let's bring to your attention. And if you look down here at the MACD, this is really positive, guys. Okay, we're under the MACD. We've formed a bullish cross, and the MACD is turning bullish. I love to see that. I love to see that for reversal. Okay, I love to trade that, because that is like confluence in itself, that the buying pressure is stepping in and we are looking to push upwards. But again, obviously it does all depend on Bitcoin, guys. Okay, you're fully aware of that now in this channel. So I'm going to jump onto 1Inch right now for you guys. So 1 inch looks really bullish, guys. Okay, I know yesterday we got up to that top there and we did correct. We've had that correction now, and we did, if you look, we did wick down to the 0.786, just below the 20 EMA there. We didn't actually get down to the 55. It would have been nice to have seen that retest of the 55, to be fair, because it gives it more power for the next move. If you ever see a retest of the 55, it's basically a really solid retest, and it basically gives it more fuel. I like to think that the 20 gives it 20 litres and the 55 gives it 55 litres. The rocket ship to keep moving upwards. Silly, I know, but that's what I think. I think I like to see these retests. So anyway, moving on, you could potentially say that we are forming the next impulsive move now. This is a bit of a bearish wick up there. We have pumped up to 491 and we are getting brought back down. So that's potentially a bearish wick that we're forming, a bearish candle right now. That's a shooting star on the 4 hour. We have got another 2 hours for that to close, so hopefully that can pick up a bit and we get the bounce off of 0.382 here. We are hugging that 0.382 in this retracement, so potentially if we are looking at another impulsive move, then guys, you could just move up like that, because that was our bottom, a corrective wave from the top. That was a corrective wave, and we now may be pushing on and surging up to that target, which was the target out of our symmetrical triangle anyway. So we may see that target, we may see ourselves get to that target today, again, if Bitcoin behaves. So we may be looking at a slight correction here, just a retest of the Fibonacci retracement. We may see this go bullish and then move on up to that target there, get to that target, and potentially, if the impulsive move is as strong as the previous two, then we would potentially see that $5.30 token 1 inch token today. So failing that, guys, if the market was to break down, then I would expect us to find the 55 as a level of support. Okay, so you could see us break down, and you could see us potentially break down to this level here. So you could see a 10% correction, and I would expect this because 1 inch is really bullish. Okay, just like Chainlink, it's broken out a symmetrical triangle, it's moving onwards and upwards. We look to get to those targets, but it might not necessarily get there straight away, but it should get there given the structure and the patterns that we've formed. You do get there eventually. Okay, so you probably see something like this where we sort of go down, retest support, and then keep moving up eventually, but we should get to those targets. Okay, a lot of people get impatient in these crypto markets. They don't see it going up straight away and they think, oh no, but you know, once you break out of a trend and form a new trend, you do eventually get there. Okay, unless you break down again. But again, like I said to you, stipulated, it is all on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin behaves, then we will get there. If Bitcoin doesn't behave, then you could see us breaking down, and you probably would be eyeballing that 10% correction down there to that 55 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame, guys. So that's just 1 inch. Keep you updated in real time in the channel there, guys, in the Telegram channel. So do please head over to there if you're not already a member of the Telegram group. Once again, thank you for sharing the videos, the content, the likes, the love, the comments, everything, guys. Have a really good weekend. I'll catch you soon with another update.